Welcome back to second half action here at Port Huron High School with our score 15 for Northern, 15 for Port Huron High. Well, David, it's anybody's ball game going in the final 16.
Hey, Randy, it's going to be whoever wants it the most. That is who's going to win this ball game tonight. You've got 16 minutes of hard-nosed ball to play. You just got to go after it in this situation.
Howe and foul on Kraus. Let's reset the starting lineups for the Big Reds. Sofa, Howe at the line, Keisha Bradford, Leanna Cole, and Tasha Williams. For Coach Ed Peltz's Northern team, O'Malley, Westbrook, Hewitt, Vincent, and Andrea Kraus.
Oh, in and out, tough shot. I tell you though, Randy, I really have liked the play of Audrey Howe tonight. She's been the spiritual leader for this team. Usually they look to other players for it, but tonight Audrey is the person.
Well, Audrey has 7 leads high, 6 for Vincent leads Northern. Vincent's all in the first quarter. But I tell you, these free throws, both these teams down the stretch this year have not shot well from the charity stripe, and I tell you, it's going to cost one of these teams down the road.
Well, it could be this evening. We've seen a lot of missed free throws so far. Good job breaking the pressure, but I'd like to see Westbrook look at the basket. I think she could probably dribble in and shoot the ball from about 7 feet. Once again, the Huskies doing a nice job of being very patient. Boy, they're letting Kraus take that shot from about 10 feet.
O'Malley penetrates in and out. Big rebound to Cole. And Northern over the back.
Northern foul, number 42, Andrea Kraus. Her third, team second.
Andrea picks up her third. She's going to have to take a seat. Ardell Scott checks in.
Boy, this gives the Huskies a small lineup on the floor with both Cole and Howe out there. If I'm Port Huron High right now, I'm pounding it inside.
In and out by Williams. Scramble underneath. Comes away to Keisha Bradford. Her shot well off the mark. Rebound Westbrook.
Good fight that time by the Huskies, although outsized. Two-on-two, zone pressure, or zone defense rather, by the Big Reds. Westbrook triple teamed. In fact, nice fight. Anytime you put the ball on the floor, though, you just can't put the ball down on the floor in that situation, Randy. A good ball player is going to swat it away every time. I'd like to see O'Malley take that. She won't.
And Vincent with the ball had 6 points in the first quarter. Never took a shot in the second. If I was her, I'd look to shoot.
Huskies not being aggressive with their offense right now. They're content to pass the ball around the perimeter. They're not looking to cut to the basket. They're not looking to cut to any lanes. And it's very difficult to score in that situation.
Vincent short. Nice rebound by Cole.
Got to get back. A little out of control.
Well, we've played 2.5 minutes. No score here in the third. Still knotted at 15. Tell you, David, any team that could make a run could put this game away. Westbrook wide open, going to be well off the mark, however.
I tell you, Randy, I really think any team that scores 35 points in this game is going to win. Especially now that we've got 13 minutes of play left, and they both are at 15. Good pass into Howe.
From Keisha Bradford.
How the difference tonight with 9. Port Huron High right now just too strong underneath with the combination of Cole and Howe. you know, Hal's more of the scorer, and Cole kind of does the dirty work underneath on the rebounds, David.
They're a good combination. And oftentimes I think they're underutilized, Randy. There aren't too many teams size-wise that can match up with them. Kraus has got to take that shot.
Nice shot by Kraus.
Andrea Kraus.
Knocks it back at 17. Kraus has 4.
Good play by Kraus to front. Nice help. That's the defense they need. May have scored, but that was good help side defense. All you want to do, though, is have Scott just square up and take the charge. Oh, that's got to be a foul.
Hal a little bit late to the spot, hurt her hand. They can ill afford to lose her, leading scorer tonight with 11 of the Big Reds' 19 points. And she's got to come out, and that's a big hurt for Coach George Pope, as the trainer will take a look at her. She goes to the dressing room.
She either got popped in the midsection or she popped a finger, one or the other. I'm not sure what happened.
Charlie Lloyd checks in for her.
That's a severe blow to the Big Reds. Lloyd, a senior, though, should fill capably. Right now, the Huskies should be utilizing their size advantage with Westbrook and Kraus.
Well, Brenda, who had 18 against the same high team a couple weeks ago, held in check, only 3 so far. 4 minutes to go in the third, 19-17 high with the lead. Oh, nice dribbling by Sofa, but too strong.
Good save by O'Malley. Yeah, it was a great move by Sofa. I'd like to see her do that more, Randy. She has the capability, I think, to drive to the bucket every time. Make Northern come over with their, that's going to be a travel. Good call by the referee. But I think that Sofa's got to fill the lanes, and she's got to drive hard to the basket. I think she's going to pick up a lot of fouls, and she's probably the best free throw shooter for the Big Reds.
Nice job, Williams coming across, short. Cole on the rebound, puts it up. Foul, I think, before the shot on Vincent.
I believe that'll be her third, if I'm not incorrect.
Northern foul number 34, Tara Vincent. Her second, team's third.
Correct that, second. Not much foul trouble there.
Williams puts it up, tough shot, but nails it.
Tasha Williams.
Tasha's first 2 tonight.
Foul Williams. I tell you, Port Huron High right now much more aggressive defensively, and in fact, they are the aggressor. Port Huron Northern is not. Whenever this happens with Northern, Randy, they usually go into big offensive lulls and end up getting beat. Northern's got to turn it up.
Northern has only scored 2 points in this quarter with 2:57 to go. Need somebody that can shoot it. O'Malley puts it up, going to be off the iron. Rebound Ardell. Comes back to Kraus, blocked by Cole.
Great block by Cole.
She's got Bradford on a wing.
Great hustle by Ardell Scott to get back that time. There's a walk.
Stephanie Braps is going to check in probably for Cole, give her a break. Rucker is going to come in for Bradford.
Melissa Rucker.
It's a good pick that time by Scott. O'Malley couldn't use it. O'Malley's trying to get her team fired up on the floor. I think she has to do that.
Well, Northern led most of the first half. but Tice come up with the lead here for most of the third quarter.
Good defensive play.
Northern needs a basket.
That'll be a travel.
Big Red substitution, number 33, Bernadette Walker.
Walker checks in for Williams. Big three-pointer that goes, but it's short. O'Malley on the glass. They've got the numbers.
Got to take it all the way.
No foul. Ardell Scott puts it back up. Nice follow-up by Ardell Scott, number 4.
Big possession that time if the Huskies don't score, or if Erica Sofa's long-range three-pointer goes. I think that Northern's on the ropes.
Nice play by Kraus to step up defensively. 1 minute to go in the third. 21-19, the Big Reds.
6-4 offensively in this quarter, Randy. Just not a lot of scoring.
Well, you said it might be the first one to 35. It could be the first one to 25.
Northern foul, number 20, Brenda O'Malley. Her second, team fourth.
O'Malley picks up the foul, her second, team fourth. No trouble there.
Big Red's going to be content for the last shot of this quarter. Although there looked like a clear out for Sofa. Lloyd skipped over.
Rapson, tough shot, puts it up and in.
Rapson from Charlie Lloyd.
Rapson with 4, all in the third.
Kraus has got to put it up.
O'Malley does a nice job to get it back too strong, though. Ardell Scott puts it up, and somehow it goes.
Northern basket, Ardell Scott.
Big play by Northern, Randy.
Ardell Scott, I don't know how she got it up, but she did. 4 points in the last minute for number 4, Ardell Scott, and she'll go to the line for the three-point opportunity with 1.7 seconds to go, and her team trailing by 2.
That goes up.
It'll count, possibly. Let's see. Are they going to count it? They are.
Count it.
Nice basket by Westbrook. That was a long 1.7 seconds, but the ref says it counts, and we're knotted at 23, just as we were at the half.
I do agree, Randy. That was maybe the longest 1.7. I would not be surprised to see them take those 2 points off. But they are going to leave it in the scorebook.
Well, again, we're at Port Huron High, so not a good. If you're high, you got to set that buzzer off a little bit quicker. But we were knotted at 15 at the half, and we're here knotted at 23, 8 minutes later.
Yeah, Randy, actually that seemed like about 2.7 or 3.7 seconds to me, but that's just my observation.
Northern scores 2 points in 7 minutes and then scores 6 in the final minute.
Actually, they scored 4 in the last 3
1.7
seconds.
Unbelievable. Well, I'll tell you, David, that would have been exciting if that would have been to tie the game and send it into overtime.
Oh,
I'll tell you.
Huge. Let me tell you, Randy, though, that certainly sets up a very exciting fourth quarter here from Port Huron High. Expect exactly what we would expect from the two Port Huron squads.
Following possession arrow, Northern will inbound to start the fourth quarter.
Boy, David, any team that can get a run early, boy, can hold the ball and just kind of seal it away.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
2-on-1, Rucker and Howe. O'Malley the only one back. Howe goes coast to coast. O'Malley fouls her. Brenda's third.
Good place just to let her go hard and possibly allow her to miss.
I'll tell you, one of these teams is going to go away victorious. The other one is going to be truly heartbroken tonight. Both teams playing very hard. Anybody's ball game. A lot of time left.
And that's going to be the difficult part because whichever team loses is going to be look back and say, we had an opportunity to win the ball game.
Howe with 12. Half of the high points. Audrey Howe setting a career high here tonight.
I tell you, after that ball fake, Kraus is wide open if she takes it back up. Port Huron High is really packed in its zone defense. Just giving Northern the outside shot.
O'Malley, not a good pass. Stolen away by Westbrook. Oh, in and out. Tough miss there by Northern.
She had the opportunity to take it all the way to the bucket, elected to take the little 5-footer.
Sofa coast to coast. Foul on Ardell Scott, should be her third.
That was a hard foul.
And I tell you, Northern with 6 fouls with 6:50 to go. The next one's going to send High to the line. And I tell you, that's where High could pick up a little bit, is at the charity stripe.
Erica Sofa, used to.
I would expect Erica Sofa to make this. She arrives in crunch time.
Erica 1 of 2, 5 points tonight for Erica Sofa.
This is a big offensive series. Although we have 6:40 left in the quarter, I still think this is big.
O'Malley just not her night offensively.
Nice play by Rucker, probably the smallest player on the floor, coming up with the rebound. I think we've got to travel. Good call by the referee. Good thought. One of those, you look great if you put the pass in there. If not, you look
good idea.
Somewhat
Good
ridiculous.
idea.
I like
just
the idea.
a little bit high.
Just got to snap it down or use the bounce pass. High running its offense much better the last few minutes.
Nice pick. Nice steal off the
That's a great
pass.
job of cutting the lane.
Vincent all by herself, and the rebound blocked from behind by Cole. But they say they bumped her with the body. O'Malley a little bit too strong.
Good call by the referee. Certainly from this vantage point, we saw Cole take out half of
I think
Vincent's
that's
arm.
Liana's fourth.
Big red foul, number 50, Leanna Cole. Her fourth.
Brabson checks in for her.
Big red substitution, number 42, Stephanie Brabson. Sarah Vincent.
Big free throws here by Vincent. A lot of time, but everyone counts. One of 2 for Tara. 7 points tonight. 26-24. Northern trails by 2. Audrey,
play
nice
by
move
Howe.
by Howe. Definitely the difference in the ball game tonight.
Randy, she's starting to take this game over. Port Huron High has decided to put this game on the back of Audrey Howe, and she's doing a commendable job.
15 points tonight by the junior. Audrey Howe definitely wants to be our player of the game, but we're going to reserve that right with
That's right.
5:22 to go.
Working very hard on it.
Again,
Well, I think that's a good timeout, Randy, by Coach Eddie Peltz. His team is not doing the job defensively on the post players for Port Huron High. He's going to tell them that, first of all, they have to give Port Huron High's guards more trouble on that entry pass. They've got to get over in front, and they've got to have a lot of weak side help, and they haven't had that in the last several possessions. Subsequently, it's allowed a lot of easy buckets for Port Huron High and or fouls. So I really think that they've got to pick up the intensity like they had in game number 2 versus Port Huron High, and certainly pick up the intensity like they had in the first quarter.
Again, the winner of tonight's contest advances to Friday night action, 7 o'clock, District Class A final here at Port Huron High to take on the Chippewa Valley Big Reds, who came away with a hard-fought 49-46 victory over the Lady Anchor Bay Tars. $5:20 to go in the game, 28-24, Big Reds.
Big steal by Lloyd. I tell you, the seniors stepping up. So we're seeing a lot better motion right now, the Big Reds offense. Early in the game, they were standing around.
I don't think Northern can afford to get down by any more, 4 or 6. They just, time's dwindling away here. Big opportunity offensively for the Huskies. Kraus.
Boy, she had a better look at the basket when she got the ball.
I agree with you, David. And me, Andrea should have just shot it right there instead of putting it on the floor.
Oh, I agree, Randy. She's got to go up with that shot. She made it much more difficult than it was.
Big red foul, number 11, Melissa Rucker. Her first, team's 5th.
15 foul on the Big Reds.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an out-of-bounds situation. I don't think this is a free throw situation. That did not look like the act of shooting to me. Got to take that.
Westbrook over Rucker, too strong. Fight for the rebound, and we've got a whistle. Foul on the Big Reds.
Big red foul, number 22, Charlotte Lloyd.
The last couple of times, Randy, I think the Husky players are making the shot more difficult. Brenda O'Malley got the ball about 15 feet from the bucket, passed open a wide open shot, took 3 dribbles into trouble, and put the ball up.
This will not be over and back.
As it was tipped.
Got the numbers if you're Northern. Stolen away by Brabson. Probably a foul on Ardell Scott.
You can feel it starting to slip just a little bit from Northern.
Say a lot of tension out there. The ladies holding it together.
Tell you, Brenda O'Malley's got to step up for Northern right now. She's the senior leader. She's got to take the team over. Just as Audrey Howe, the junior, has done for Port Huron High.
With that foul, puts Northern over the limit. Brabson shoots 1 and 1. Next foul, Northern will be over the limit. Big miss, fight for the rebound, out to Rucker. Stolen away by Vincent, got the numbers, 2 on 2.
Take it up. Oh, she's hammered. No call.
Good look at the basket, too strong though, fight for the rebound, out to Vincent.
Plenty of time. Both teams seem to be playing as if we've got 30 seconds left. Need to gain some control.
Tasha Williams going to check in for Lloyd, get a little more speed out there defensively. Both coaches earning their money tonight, working hard on a strategy. Westbrook shot, banks it in.
Hey, great ball fake by Westbrook.
Northern trails by 2.
Had the defender moving to the wing. Yeah, plenty of time left in this game.
How bad bread and butter. The difference tonight, 17. And I'll tell you, David, 14 of the 17 have been bunnies underneath.
Oh, they have. There's just been no containment on her whatsoever.
Vincent for 3, just short. Tough shot, foul.
Definitely was a tough shot. Tasha Williams is a very good free throw shooter. I think she's got a chance to put the Northern in definite trouble.
That would have been a big 3 if Vincent could have nailed it.
Northern foul number 4, Ardell Scott, her 4th. Northern substitution.
Ardell picks up her 4th. Stephanie Schaefer gives Krause a breather. I'm sure it'll just be a temporary breather.
Tasha Williams shoots 2 shots.
Oh, just off the iron.
Missed opportunities for the Big Reds.
Certainly was. You have to take advantage of that.
Three-pointer by Vincent. Oh, net. Tara pulls them within 1.
Huge bucket by Vincent. Plenty of time to go. Oh, and a huge TO turnover that time by Port Huron High.
Hopa wants a timeout.
Very well timed timeout, too.
As a three-pointer by Vincent gets her into double figures with 10 and cuts the lead to 1. Well, I'll tell you, Tara Vincent started the game on fire with 6, David, and for about 18 minutes took 1 shot.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Randy, she's proved she can shoot the ball. She's got to get the rock up there. She just cannot sit there and hesitate to pass up on those 15 to 16 footers because she does have a great shooter's touch. She's got to put it up.
Especially when O'Malley's struggling a little bit tonight. Part of that's Brenda, part of that's credit the Big Red defense. But someone else has got to shoot it, and Vincent with 10, and it's been a quiet 10.
Well, it certainly has been.
Again, 2:41 to go in the game.
I think you really touched on it when you said that somebody's got to pick up the slack when Brenda O'Malley is not scoring. Northern has to identify that and get the ball in the hands of other capable scorers. Sometimes I think they forget when Brenda's not scoring that somebody else has to share the load. Plenty of time left with 2:41. This is anybody's ball game.
I'd also, if I was Coach Pope, I'd look to maybe insert Liana Cole here. She's got 4 fouls, but the 2:41 to go, I wouldn't save her too much longer.
Yeah, it's a good time to bring her in. She plays that high post very well when Lori Westbrook plays, and it gets a lot of shots from. Much more difficult when the 6-foot Cole is there.
Vincent will take the 3, a little bit strong. Rebound Brabson.
That's all right, though, Randy. That's a good shot. It's a shot she wanted. Except I think somebody told her from the crowd to take the shot as opposed to just putting it up by instinct.
Well, that's a good point, David. I think she looked
Oh,
for
that
the
was in
coach.
travel.
Woo! Foul on Ardell Scott. I think that could be her 5th. It's either her 4th or her 5th. You're right, David. Vincent looked to the corner and they said shoot it, and that wasn't by instinct, and you got to shoot it by instinct. Here comes Liana Cole as we predicted.
That's her 5th.
And we are right. That is Ardell Scott fouls out of the game with 4 points and a nice job, especially late in the 3rd quarter. She brought her team back. And Jessica Hewitt will check into the lineup with 2:04 to go.
She played a great game defensively, Randy, plus gave her team a couple of buckets. Really impressed by her play. I know she's coming back next year. She'll be a great asset to the team.
Got to make the throws.
Boy, they're just so important at this point in the ball game, Randy. You just can't miss them.
17 for Howe, trying to make it 18, a career high. And foul on Howe. Nice box out by Vincent. And Tara will come down underneath the south basket to shoot 1-1 and possibly put her team into the lead.
Big red foul number 44, Audrey Howe.
Well, you go from 2 missed possibly to 2 made, and that's a big swing.
Northern now in the bonus.
Okay, the Northern crowd will come to its feet if she can nail both of these.
Sarah Vincent shoots 1-1.
Missed rebound by Williams.
Good rebound by Williams. Tough in the paint for a guard.
Oh, not the shot I draw up.
Oh, huge!
A 2-pointer by Bradford.
Huge shot. That's when sometimes it's great to be a freshman because you have no conscience. You just put the ball up.
Man, that's one of those the coaches all over you miss it, but she nailed it. Oh, nice steal by Howe.
And she
Foul by
hammered.
Vincent. Still a lot of time. 1:28 to go. You got to make these free throws.
Oh, plenty of time left.
Tara has 4.
Oh, I tell you what a huge bucket by Bradford, though. She just steps up and drains the open 16-footer.
Audrey Howe will shoot 1-1.
And that's Bradford's first 2 points of the game. That's the thing about the 1-on-1, David. You got to make the first to get the second. It's a pretty
that is maybe the novel thought of the evening.
18 for Howe.
She has played one whale of a ball game. And frankly, Randy, although she missed that, she's been very solid from the free throw line.
Oh, Liana Cole got fouled. They didn't call it. Big move by O'Malley, the senior. I didn't think she could get that one to fall. 33-31, Northern all over it.
Oh, nice play by the freshman to get out of trouble.
Minute
no
11.
need to push it, though.
I'll tell you, Vincent can't pick up her 5th. And George Pope is going to call a timeout and set strategy here with 1:03 to go. And his Lady Big Reds up by 2. We'd like to thank our camera crew tonight, Miss Tiffany Stevens, Jody Relkin, Barry Peters, and Mr. Douglas Weaver. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And our director tonight, new to the Port Huron area, but not, he's been with us, about a month or so now, David?
That's
Mr.
about right.
Ed Senick.
Doing a great job with the entire Channel 6 staff.
Again, 1:03 to play, 33-31 high.
Well, right now, Port Huron High, first of all, is developing the strategy, Randy, for getting the ball inbounds, because that's the first thing that you got to do. You gotta get the ball inbounds. After that, if I'm Coach George Popa, I'm telling my team that first of all, you got to be patient. Second of all, you got to move, because I think there's a real tendency for high school people in pressure not to move well without the ball in these situations. You can't stand around and look. Third thing you got to do is only take the shot if it's open. You have the lead. It's 2 points. There's a minute left. You don't score, they don't score, you win the ball game, and you move on to the district finals. So certainly that's what Pope is telling his team, I'm sure, only if it's open, and keep the ball in the hands of your best free throw shooters. Certainly, Coach Ed Peltz is telling his team, overplay everything, and then foul the ball when it gets into certain players' hands.
Well, right now, David, I don't think you foul. I think you look for the steal, and then it just depends on how much time you want to work off the clock before you might have to foul.
Close to a travel, looked like a walk. Right now, I'm fouling Bradford. I put the freshman at the line.
And they got the turnover. That might have been a makeup call. I think they took steps earlier, but they called it now.
That was huge. We're going to have full court pressure, too. Good.
Now, if I was Coach Peltz, I might call a timeout, David.
Yeah, because this
get
could
it over
rattle
half court and call a timeout.
This could rattle your team. They're all over you.
How about a 3 to put them up by 1?
I think they've got to travel.
We've got a piece of paper or tape thrown on the court or dislodged from one of the players. And good timeout by Eddie.
Northern takes their
Actually,
to
Randy,
set
it
it
was a hair wrap or whatever it is.
Well, nobody's left here tonight.
33.7 seconds, 33-31, Port Huron High.
Well, David, you said the first one to 35, and I'll tell you, I think you're going to be right on. Right on.
Randy, if you would have asked Coach Ed Peltz before the start of this game, would he take the score of Port Huron High 33, Port Huron Northern 31, 33.7 seconds left, and you've got the ball, you think he'd take that situation?
He'd probably take it.
I think he'd say, I'll take it.
Especially on High's home court. You know, the last time they played when Northern won here, that was the first time. Ed Peltz and George Pope are close friends. First time Ed's beaten George in a number of years. Looking to make it 2 of the 3, but George is on his home court, a veteran coach. Sends out Cole, Howe, Bradford, Williams, and Sofa. Northern sends out Hewitt, O'Malley, Vincent, Westbrook, and Krause. A nail biter here at Port Huron High.
I'm setting a pick. I'm setting up O'Malley for a 3-pointer, Randy. Close to a foul.
Oh, the nice defense cut her off. Good foul by Hewitt, but not a good pass by Krause. She got cut off baseline. I tell you what's tough, David, is when you don't get a shot. When you don't get a chance to see what would have happened.
You got to get the ball up, but still you've got plenty of time. You got 19.3 seconds. You're only down by 2 points. Let's see what the freshman can do for the charity stripe.
Bradford needs 1. If she makes 2, it could be the nail in the coffin. I'll tell you the big thing for Northern, David, is they have to box out on this miss. There's no way they can let High get the rebound.
No,
here.
Absolutely not. If Bradford makes one of these, Randy, if she makes the front end of this, she gets my freshman of the year. There you got her, Randy. Nothing but ice in those veins, and she nails it.
Oh, they're really battling underneath. Krause and Howe, referee Gosker talking to both players.
Big free throw.
Looks good, but it's short. Rebound O'Malley and a push by Williams.
You know, Randy,
not a bad foul. Gives her 2 shots. Thing is, though, David, it stops the clock.
That it does, and if she can get both of them to go, you get a quick foul.
You got to foul then.
And then you've got 18 or let's call it 15 seconds in which to score.
Brenda O'Malley shoots 1 and 1.
This is huge by O'Malley. She nails it. That was huge, Randy.
Makes it a 2-point difference. Again, 1 possession.
I don't know the timeout situation right now, but if she makes, I think I call a timeout.
If you're Northern, that is.
That is if I'm Northern.
Makes it. They got it down 1. 18 seconds, a lot of time. Oh, good tie. Oh, no,
my. That was tough.
I thought they tied it up, and the possession arrow would have favored High anyway, but I'll tell you, I thought that was a jump ball.
Well, we had the perfect vantage point on that since we're looking right down on it. But I think it's just a natural tendency of the referee, Randy, to make that call in that situation.
Well, either way, David, even if Keisha would make both of these, Northern has a chance to at least tie.
They do.
So, and again, and if she misses the 1 and 1, they got a chance. I'd hold it for the final. It's going to be do or die to win it. There will be an OT.
And the freshman hammers it.
4 for Bradford.
I think you have to call a timeout if you have one available, and I would think that Northern does, Randy. If she makes
well
it,
off the mark, didn't hit anything.
No, good call by the referee.
A bucket to tie, a tray to win it for Northern.
Full court pressure.
You got to get a shot here. I think you got to get in O'Malley or Vincent's hands. 10 seconds, you got plenty of time. O'Malley's got it. She's going to go inside, banks it up, off the mark. Howe rips it down. 3 seconds scramble. Kraus puts it up to tie it. It will not go. And High swarms the court as they come away with a 35-33 victory for Port Huron High. Northern Westbrook couldn't get it to go. Kraus looked like she had it to tie and just a little bit too strong off the iron. Howe came away with it and came away with the game. A whale of a ball game here. Definitely our player of the game, Audrey Howe, 18 points. And more importantly, David grabbed the rebound with 2 seconds to go to ice it for the Big Reds.
Against Chippewa Valley, Big Reds.
Well, again, you couldn't draw it up any better here. Just like the first game here tonight, hard fought. And again, unfortunately, the Huskies come away a loser, but a fine season for Northern. They finished their year at 9-12. The Big Reds advance to play the Chippewa Valley Big Reds Friday night. Again, our final score, Port Huron High 35, Port Huron Northern 33. For David Keys, this is Randy Fernandez. Have a pleasant good evening.